Namaste. Welcome to this episode of Thursday Thoughts. Yesterday, that is 8th of December 2021, the Ministry of Defense, the whole of the country of India had the horrific accident of the Mi-17 helicopter, on board which the first Chief of Defense Staff, General Bipin Rawat, and his wife and 11 others were killed in the accident. It was such a tragic and horrifying accident, definitely one of the worst in the recent times in the history of the aviation industry. I'm sure you are aware that the court of inquiry that has been instituted by the Ministry of Defense or Indian Air Force will look into all the possible leads that might have led to the horrifying accident, and it will take long time before we can conclude anything. With such accidents, actually the major question that arises in anybody's mind is, do aircraft have to meet with accidents? Are accidents inevitable with the flying machines? Are the military flyers at higher risk than their civilian counterparts? And many more such questions come to mind. So before we conclude anything, let the Court of Inquiry continue its investigation. I'm thinking of discussing with you the maintenance, the repair and overhaul, which is known as the MRO activity of the flying machines, that is the helicopters and aircraft, both civil and military. What is this MRO business? Friends, today the MRO business globally attracts 45 billion US dollars. And what is the contribution of India in that? Just less than even 1%. So there is a huge opportunity here when the aviation sector in India is poised for a double-digit growth. Since last so many years, it has been predicted that Indian skies will be busier than ever before. You can see the airports are buzzing with activity, bubbling with activity, even when India is looking to open up after the pandemic has been controlled to a large extent. It can only grow. The MRO business in India will grow much higher at a rate than we can expect. So let us just see what are the points that we can discuss today on this MRO business or the business of MRO. You'll be surprised that not many Indian operators are there. I could not name anyone, and I'm sure not many of us can even name one single MRO, civil MRO, that is operating from Indian soil or operating on Indian soil, which repairs or overhauls or maintains the so many 80 or 90 or more than 100 civil aircraft that Indian airlines have got. So there is a huge scope for businessmen, technical acumen of the people, which can be cashed in. So here, let us see what are the operators that are operating right now in the country. Airworks, you'll be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, they work from Mumbai and they are into some sort of maintenance and repair and overhaul of engines of some of the international passenger carriers like Airbus, Boeing, and to a very, very small extent. And a small country like Singapore can boast of 3% of the global MRO business and 30% of the Asian market. So why we cannot do in India? And in the recent past, the government of India has shown a lot of interest, especially when the Minister of Civil Aviation, that is of Yangistan, Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia wants to make India, dreams of making India the MRO, global MRO hub. So there is plenty of opportunities thrown at the business, the technocrats, and the business people community in India. So this is the right time for us to just think of setting up such facilities. And he also, in his change in new policy, the new policy which he has announced on the 9th of September 2021, in which he wants to encourage more investment in the MRO infrastructure in the various airports. In fact, they have selected eight Indian airports that can be made the hubs for the civil MRO business in India. They're like Mumbai, they have got Begumpet in Telangana, they have got Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, Chandigarh. So all these already big, busy airports of the country will be encouraged to set up civil MRO facilities. As you all know, civil MRO facility is a very, very huge investment intensive industry, and the incubation period or the turnaround periods are huge. So you need to block your money for a longer time, but we can definitely do better than the 1% that right now we have enjoyed the contribution to the global MRO business in the country. For this, I have a very small suggestion. I'm not a big business thinker. I cannot boast of somebody like Reliance or even our GMR. But I can suggest one small thing for people who are looking around to set up the MRO facilities. We can think of the IPL model that has been a success. I mean, this is a roaring success. 12 years have gone by. Every year, the turnover has increased and the popularity has increased. So there are plenty of opportunities or people with knowledge like technocrats are around. What the new policy of government of India in civil aviation ministry has declared that they want to converse the military and the civil MRO market. I mean, it's a very beautiful thing. It's a fantastic opportunity for we in India, and especially Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, the HAL, the company that is the largest Southeast Asian country in the whole of Southeast Asia, the largest company making civil aircraft today. As you all know, India is set to manufacture its own Hindustan 228, which is the earlier Dornier 228 HAL, and its Kanpur division will be manufacturing those. So more more civil aircraft will be manufactured here. It is all the more important for HAL to participate in the civil MRO, and they are a highly skilled manpower, and they can take the help of the aircraft or Air Force retired personnel who have got huge knowledge and experience of maintaining the military aircraft. So when the convergence of civil and military aircraft maintenance will take place, I think HAL will be best placed to have a pavilion in each of the airports of India. That is what was my dream. It still is my dream, because it is still possible in not only the major airports. If we have a civil MRO facility in each and every airport of India, you can imagine how much of work it can generate, how much of manpower required and jobs will be created. It's a huge, huge opportunity for all of us, which the MRO facility throws at us. So we can grab it with both our hands. If you are a technocrat having aircraft maintenance activity experience, I think this is the best time for you to jump in and increase that 1% to whatever percentage it is possible. I think we can make a big difference from the 1% of our contribution towards the $45 billion US dollar business of MRO. So that's all, ladies and gentlemen, we have this week. Till we meet next time. Bye bye. God bless. Take care.